Hello everyone, my name is Corazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, episode 34. This video was originally streamed live on YouTube on June 1st, 2024. Enjoy the episode. I had a dungeon master once who ran D&D with the same mentality of losing is fun. I'm just like, my dude, stop. He would regularly party wipe, or try to party wipe the entire party. And they weren't even the most adversarial DM I ever played with. Gotta get you in here too. And last one. That should be everything. We're actually all lined up this time, looks like. Let's get rid of these guys. And now we have a nice little pergola to keep us dry. Well, to keep our hot things dry and hot while we're working on them. Midnight snack, or 8 o'clock snack. There we go. Alright, so smithing pergola, check. Storage walls and racks, check. I think the next thing I want to do is let's start on some pathing. And then in the morning we will actually know what pathing is going to require. I think some sandstone gravel. So let's put a few things away for now. We'll get the saw back out later because we will need it. And what else do we not need? We don't need the wood. Don't need you. Don't need you ever again. Just bye. Despawn, please. Tuck you in here. And we'll throw you in here. Let's see. It is only 10:40. Oh, burning through this. I might get to my stretch goals today. Stretch goals being playing around with the clay beehives, learning how to use those, as well as actually going and doing some some resource mining. I was thinking it would be nice to at least start getting prepped for getting to the Iron Age, and since I don't think you guys want to watch me mine 5,000 blocks of iron, I was thinking we could go and get some bombs going on. Now we have quartz and coal. Do we have a spot where there's black coal that we know about? Hematite. Brown coal. I could have sworn... Here we go, black coal. Yes, we got black coal. I think we know where some sulfur is too. I have a yellow... Yes, I have a yellow marker right here. Sulfur right there. And I think there was a second one. Gold, silver. Not sure. But so getting some of those materials, we have a little bit of saltpeter in one of these right there. So not a whole lot. We can get started though, at least. And that way when we go iron mining, we don't have to like spend forever doing it. We just blast them open and go home. And then also getting maybe some sphalerite and copper, because we are getting pretty low on copper. We only have this much left, which ain't a ton. And I would like to maybe, as part of the stretch goal, tap those trees. We haven't been over to the resin trees lately, and we do need to actually start making regular visits there, which is not my favorite thing, because it means we have to take time away from doing other cool stuff. What's a fruit tree here? Let's get that marked here. Just purple and you. There we go. But yes, we want to get these going on, and if we can tap them, then that means we can come back every week, and rather than getting like one, we might get a whole bunch of resin from these. Tapping, of course, requires the use of a copper tap, and then a bucket. So we will have to use some string for that. But I think I'll survive that. Oh, we have an old shovel, an old flint shovel. Okay, let's drop you there. Let's go take a nap. We'll also put on some food to cook because we'll need that tomorrow. It is only 10 o'clock in game, so yes, it is tomorrow. And, oh, we can make, yeah, we can make scrambled eggs. Why not? Let's see if we can get one more egg off the ground, or even 3 more eggs if they happen to have any in here. Hello, chickens. Any eggs? Ooh, we got 2. We have a bunch of eggs. No fertilized, no fertilized. Right, because I'm not feeding you. But you are all grown up. So I can start feeding you again. Just grab these 3. That gives us a nice 12. And we'll come and feed them. You get to go upstairs. Feed for chickens is going to be amaranth, because rice is better. For us, at least. Ooh. Anybody out in our compound? I hear some growls. Hi, my dudes. We can hear those. So you're going to go in here for rotting purposes. There we go. Alright, so let's go feed those chickens. That's right, scram chickens. Fodder for deer, goat, moose, chicken, gazelle, pig. Interesting, so can we, like, attract gazelles? It is very high rift activity, okay. A whale. I was thinking of doing a couple more things tonight, but I think we were just going to go to bed. Don't feel like dealing with tricksters in our compound, so go ahead and just skip that part. Hello to Mark Zaltron. Good to see you here. Can you make worlds with large oceans? Yeah, you can. I don't think the game is quite ready for them yet. In terms of, like, gameplay, there needs to be more to do on the ocean than there currently is. I see a friend here. Oh, get out of the door, please. Hello, my guy. I have good news and bad news. The good news is I get to harvest you. Bad news is I get to harvest you. For all the nothing you'll have. Yep. Called it. Given there's like a 1% chance of getting anything out of them, it's not that big of a surprise. Oh, hey. 6 days till we get a K-Pock in here. Nice. Alright, let's see. We wanted to make some food before we go and grab the gravel we're going to need. Let's grab 12 of you as well. Scrambled eggs with nyun-nyuns. That's what we call them in our house. Nyun-nyuns. N-Y-U-N, N-Y-U-N. We're one of those weird families that has like a unique family word for about everything. Water is Watanabe. What do I think of your cactus hotel? I must have missed that in chat. I assume you mean like a cactus in the Elder Block game. That would be interesting and difficult to live in. Let's drop this hammer too over here. And I think we're good on materials and tools. 131 plus 16. I think we're going to need the next shovel, actually. Let's grab that, too. Hello, clump of souls. When a person says these colors look so nice together. Yeah, thank you. I think the desert colors really do work well together. In most games, honestly. Get the yellows and these accent them with bright reds and oranges. And then occasionally cool them a bit with some blues. That is my vibe. If you've seen the second to last episode, 107 of the original, the first season of the Vintage Story Guide, you get to see some stuff that happened in the other block game where I built a big old desert castle. Well, I did that before that episode. We built a giant villager sphinx with a big nose and everything in that episode. That should be plenty of wood, I think. Eggs don't require much heat. In real life, too. Wiry ghosts, bad liars, because you can see right through them! Yeah, that was the April Fool's episode. What was funny is I had a lot of comments of people who said that they didn't notice the shift in like the visuals and everything, and so they were shocked like 15-20 minutes in when they realized I was not in Vintage Story anymore. Which was it was hilarious to hear about. Had you all fooled. Alright, let's get some of this gravel. Just finish up this awful shovel first. Bye, seaweed. Imagine living in the villager's sphinx's nose. That'd be pretty cool. It wasn't actually big enough, but you could have lived in the head. Certainly big enough for the head. Much faster. Not fast, but faster. And air. And back to it. I'd like to get... I probably will chew through this shovel, and then we'll start in on the next shovel, and then we'll call it a day. Because we already have like half a stack of gravel at home. And as long as we're not going to also... I'm gonna just say it's probably safe to say we might end up keeping the ebony, in which case we won't need a ton of gravel or any gravel really, for the outside of the house. It also reminds me of one more fix I wanted to make to the tree areas, or the fruit tree areas, is that apparently you can actually cut the ground out from under them and they'll just exist there just fine. So I want to replace do a 3x3 patch of dirt underneath them, just to make it look like they're not growing in sand. That's a little silly. And air. Look at that. Down to the wire. There's a chicken out there. Still. And a hyena. Sheesh. VS needs some beach and ocean updates. Absolutely. While I don't look forward to whatever terrifying creatures Tyron will undoubtedly add to the oceans, I would like to see some more beach content, especially. I feel like the buried treasure from the other block game could be a fun addition, with about the same frequency, where it's not super common. And maybe rather than just buying the maps from treasure hunters, there could be, similar things like shipwrecks, or even find them in other loot. But one thing that I feel is really weird is that shells are listed as a source of lime. But like in any given playthrough, you can usually count on maybe two hands and a foot how many shells you actually find. And I'm like, well, why aren't the beaches just littered with them? Especially given how a lot of folks struggle to find limestone or chalk. I would kind of think that shells should be a fairly common sight, especially on beaches of larger lakes, or once oceans become more vanilla-y, once they're like implemented and sort of the default, then I think they should be a lot more common there too. Like, and I say a lot, I mean like 10 times more common, like minimum. Because there's nothing there now, and they're so interesting and unique that when you do get them, I was like, you don't really want to turn them into lime because they're so cool and they're collectible and rare. Hand sand for shells, that's a great idea. or water breathing conduit. I think a conduit-like thing wouldn't make sense for Vintage Story's sort of like flavor and theme, but like a snorkel or like a rebreather or something could be nice. You know, something really basic. A diving bell. That'd be a real pain to maneuver around, but it could do it. A long snorkel, which you don't use a long snorkel because then your air gets trapped in the snorkel and you suffocate. So don't do that. Let's finish this stack, and we'll see if that's enough. It might not be. So just 3 more. Thank you for coming to my Diggy Diggy Hole episode. You just saw the corner. Oh, Vine Boy Meteor. Hello, by the way. You just saw the corner that says 29 Celsius. Is it spooky because it's Celsius, or is it spooky because it's, like, warm? Let's see. So, yeah, let's get some paths going on. Oh, another stretch goal thing. Cactus inside planters and pots. Especially the cactus that we know are growing up here. These are the silver torch, or, yeah, silver torch cactus. Some over here, too. That's a definite stretch goal of maybe before we get to the mining, if we get to the mining. All right, so let's get some of this going on. I think this one's a pretty obvious direction to take this path. And we'll turn it here, and we'll kind of just angle toward the gate then. Around this tree. And then to the gate. And like that, my pockets are once again full of sand. I've got pocket sand. Let's see. 2, 3. Yep, that should be good. Alright, then we have this here. Let's round this off a little bit. So we'll do 3, and then just 2 here to bring us by here. And we'll bring it up to the edge of this here, and then we'll start angling it this way. And then toward this door. Like so. Here we are. Now for this back door, yeah, I think I will run some path like through here somewhere and bring it back to this back door, and then we'll also go around here. I'll probably just do like a 1 block wide path for the most part. I think that makes the most sense here. Just for the aesthetics of it, because it's, you know, sort of a lesser used, lesser known path. Let me figure out where I can and can't dig here really shortly. Right there. That's where I can't dig. Okay, so we'll just do that and then bring it along the back. Oh, I can't dig here either. Aw. In that case, no path. I think it would look goofy to have a path that just ends here and over there. And I am not moving that wall out 1 block. Sorry guys, that's not happening. I'm crazy, but not that crazy. We'll just say this is just supposed to be like a lesser used door. Have a bite to eat. Let's go ahead and get this gravel in here. No! Twice in a row. Fair enough. It should be super low on the list, but throwing much larger gates in the west wall to let the wagons in and out would be nice. I might. In the west wall, that's going to be... the west wall is tiny one, right? This guy? Yeah, that's unlikely to happen. If I were to do it, it would probably be on this one here. Maybe not. Yeah, that might just not be happening. They're trapped forevermore. In fact, I guess technically, if we had the huge double doors, they could get their carts through. Just barely, but only because these are the smaller carts. These are just 4 blocks wide. They'd be scraping the sides of the passage. Maybe make a new door. So with a new door, the problem is that we've already built up a lot of stuff around the doors that I'm not really keen on moving for a very long while, if at all. Like, maybe once we get the big farms going on at the final build, I might just remove the farms here, but that might make the tree look a bit funny. So I could play with it then, but that's going to be a ways down the road, and at that time we might be more interested in working and finishing the big build. Okay, so there's some basic paths, and I had been thinking about originally just like removing one layer of this and having this be paths, but I think it's a little too samey. That's why I was thinking about doing the paths, the path blocks, the wooden paths specifically. You don't belong in here. You belong in here. Do I have room for all this sand? I do. Alright, so we're going to grab an even number of kapok boards and some more kapok itself. This is pretty wood intensive, so we're going to need a fair amount of it. As I recall, it requires this. So 2 per slab, or path. And 1 more tool bites the dust. So let's see, we needed... That was 32. Wow, okay. Yikes. Let's start with this and see how far that takes us. I do want to do some more paths outside, though, so I think I will grab some of this gravel back. Get a nice round full stack. And I'm pretty sure these are directional, so if we do that, they go that way. With this, they're going to face that way. I want them to face across the path, so we'll do it that way. I think I'll leave this block here alone, because it is stone. I don't think we would have path on the stone. We'd have path in the places where, you know, we'd have to be, you know, otherwise sinking into the sand. Do a bit of this. So we will have some paths that change direction, but that's okay. I just want them to be generally perpendicular to the direction that we're traveling. Which for the diagonals is going to be fun. I think we'll just, because this is mostly angling this way still, we'll leave them like this. It's a gentler slope. And then as we start actually turning here, we'll do a bit of this. And then here we come back to this way. So as we turn, paths are still largely perpendicular to our travel. That's how we'll do it. One, two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Not too bad. I put the saw back, didn't I? No? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so 2 of you should get us the paths we need. Yeah. There we go. 2 gravel at the south door? I'm not sure what you're saying there. Alright, so we're getting toward nighttime, but also toward the stuff that I wanted to do outside. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Yuck. I think we're going to probably prioritize sleeping tonight. We are going to make some more paths. Let's go ahead and just break this down. And we'll do this much pathing. We're not going to send these paths out very far from the doors yet, because we don't have, like, anywhere to send them, really. So, we will call that good for now. I'm just going to hang on to this. Although I'll put it down and I'll need it later, so we'll just avoid that fate. And since we are going to go outside, I am going to grab the ebony logs, and we'll see about using some of them. Speaking of things made of wood, do any of these guys buy the crates? And if so, is it a good price? Hello? That's going to be a no. Your survival goods, and you still are not selling any... Oh, you have some tin bronze arrows, okay. 8 for 2 gears. That is quarter of a gear a shot. I wonder if they sell them for 1 gear ever. I'd almost rather just wait for black bronze arrows, because I can make these myself. Yep, come here. Farhead is an artisan, okay. You like shiny things and clay things. Commodities. I feel like commodities occasionally buy these, I'm not sure though. Bismuth. Sterile bones. Interesting, okay. And resin, we could buy resin. Ugh. 3 twine for 4... Or 3 gears for 4 twine? No, thank you. Alright, let's go dump these off. He does buy excess leather. Yes, he does. We don't have excess leather, Gerard. We're saving up our leather for some armor, actually. There we go. Speaking of which, we have... We might have armor, guys. Oh, we might have some armor. Oh, man. Oh, let's find out. Let's see. Some flax twine. Can we make... We don't want the jerkins. Jerkins are not finished armor. And they're also much lower protection. We want the leather helmet, leather body armor, and leather leg armor. Let's see. So you are just leather. Not too shabby. That wasn't too expensive. Body armor. Ooh, you're pricey. And then two. I think we're going to do it, guys. I think we've got it. So one twine is the difference between leather body armor and the jerkin. It's a little silly. And then the pants, or leg armor. They're not pants. And let's see, you. Nice. Guys, we have our first armor. It's going to make us actually not hungry or anything at all. As you can see, there are no additional stats on it. So this is basically at least as good, well, as good for now, as it gets, pretty much. I heard an owl from a drifter. Oh my goodness. Swarming out there. Let's put this on. We'll take a look at ourselves. And... yeah. Hello, look at us. Oh, we got like a leather pleats too. Leather skirt. That's pretty cool. I like it. Xena armor. I see my chakram and my gladius now. Awesome. I like how the mining light still sticks out over the helmet. I'm looking forward to when we can use dyed leather for armor. Because, I mean, we can already dye leather. It'd be nice to be able to do dyed leather armor, too. Granted, I would personally take the gambeson over the leather armor any day of the week, but that's neither here nor there. Spelunking soon. Spelunking... Oh, you mean like in general in the series soon? Yeah, so with this, we can go a little deeper than we could with, this junk. I'm just going to go ahead and just toss out the window. Of course, we're going to be out there in a minute. I'm probably going to pick that back up by accident. Oh well. So we can't really take on things like the tainted drifters very well. But it's a start. And as long as we keep our distance and use range weapons, it shouldn't be a huge issue. We do have the awful armor sound, though. Clarp, clarp, clarp. Oh, hello. My goodness. A veritable horde. Get out of here. You can't even catch me when I'm walking, dude. Backwards. I'm walking backwards. You're still slower. What chance do you think you have? Oh, hey. Free stuff. Sulston. Hey, I didn't see you yet in the chat, man. Good to see you today. So there's probably a mod for that other armor. There might be. I have no idea. I have not had a chance to peruse the mod list in a while. Like, just, you know, idly. Or even actively, honestly. Okay, so let's grab actually the rest of this stack here. I think we're probably going to need that. And let's get down here. Not this far down. And I'm going to make these drifters despawn first by walking the opposite direction for a couple scores of blocks. Out we go. Our farms could be ready for harvesting too. The old farms. Ooh, we do have some more flax and we have some amaranth. I think I am going to abandon this eventually. Just tear it down. Because we do have the new farms there and this is really hideously ugly. So yeah, that'll be on the radar while we're here. Just help myself. Oop, just those guys. Oh, we got a little bit of horsetail too. Actually, that might be worth leaving this in place for. Some free horsetail now and then. And our pineapple's only 12 years away now, guys. All right. And a few more peanuts to go. And probably about half a year and change on those pineapples. That's okay. Alright, so I'm going to go grab the hammer and the chisel. If I need those for what we're doing. And that should be pretty good, I think. Should be ready to rock. But not roll. Sulston thought that I was streaming Sunday. No, I was a Saturday. I think I mentioned in last week's stream that I would be announcing, or it would be posting when it would be. Yeah, given that my weekend schedule is dictated somewhat by Courgette's and Courgette's schedules, the weekend, it is definitely a weekend thing, not specifically a Saturday or Sunday thing. I try to do Saturdays more. Gives more time for editing videos afterward, but I can't, I can never guarantee it, so. Okay, so that's all in place. So everything else out. We have the seeds drop. Drop the seeds in here. There we are. And let's get to the chisel that I left in here. And the hammer. Okay. So the hammer and chisel are going to be the quickest things to do. We're just going to chop these back a little more. Like so. Same effect, pretty much. We'll do that all the way around on all sides here. Adler Huber says you're just happy that I'm posting them for people who can't make it live. Yeah, like I said before, I get a lot of folks who like to have like a Corazar hour before dinner, even with their kids too. I've had a lot of comments about that, and so I figured doing chopped up videos gives like a definite end, because your kids get home and you're like, okay, well after your homework we'll do a Corazar episode and then we'll have dinner. Well, if I have just the VODs up, well, the episode's 3 hours long. By the time you finish it, dinner's stale, if not already rotting, pretty much. or you know, or you have to sort of pause it in the middle. And I mean, I have a toddler, and so I'm learning about things like pausing things and coming back to them. Kids don't handle that well, at least not for a while. That's right. This has nothing planted here yet, so I think this is a safe one to work this guy out. And this guy out. And let's see if this looks okay or not. Right, I had done that, so you know what? You know, I do like that, actually. I'm going to strip those still, but I do like that idea. Yeah, let's do it. So we need probably a bunch of these. Shoot. I'm sure I have enough. Where is the axe that I just had? There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's one side, 2 sides, 3 sides. The 4 sides already all ebony already, so we don't need it there. Yes, that definitely helps. That gives that visual barrier here, so I'm not like, ugh, it just sort of runs into it. We have that, it stops, and now your eye goes up to follow the texture, and that way it's not as awkward. Let's do it. Let's also get our axe back out. And hydrate. Yep, and here's the one where we already have all ebony. That's fine. Maybe if I can have a border of ebony planks abutting the gravel too. Oh, you mean like out here somewhere? Or do you mean here, like inside? I'm going to leave it inside for now. We're not going to see as much. Like, this is much more the view we're going to see, I think, in general. So if it starts bothering me, then I'll address it. Right, I'm like, did I miscalculate? No, we're using 2 each, not 4 each. There we go. Oops, not there. There we go. That works pretty well, I think. Alright, so the other thing I wanted to do out here was actually 2 things, several things. All the things. Let's get a little bit of path coming out. We will do it from this door, and we'll bring it out to like here. Let's get this guy and this guy. Too many spears here. And we'll just get this in place. And we'll go around and do all those. And then I want to go in and... Wait, do I not have trees planted in 2 places? Right, I have olives and pomegranates. And we're saving 1 for oranges. And then we need to go on and explore south at some point to find some more tree types. I want some breadfruit. Alright, so let's dig this out here. Get our paths in. There we go. It doesn't look very official, like this is, you know, it doesn't look very paved, but I think given that this is sort of like our you know, our own home ranch kind of thing, I don't think it would be like paved per se. You're just asking for it, yo. I think 1 more should do it. Yep. All right. And I might also do a little offshoot here, just for grins and giggles. And I'm bringing them all out like 2 blocks out from the edge here, the farthest other edge. So a bit like that, and then this. And there we go. We now have some little paths leading out. This is shaping up pretty nicely, guys. Take a look at our home from afar and our resident chickens. Yes, once we have we'll have our K-Pock that will come up here, hopefully. Hopefully up to about there should be fun. Any higher, it might look a little funny. Any lower, it just won't stand out enough. And once we have more trees growing here, that's going to look nice. It looks like we've really taken the time to cultivate this place and scratch out a living and maybe even thrive. Not just survive, you know? Right, dirt. Dirt underneath trees. Let's start with these areas that do not have any trees yet. They're going to be up here against the wall. So we'll do a 3x3 right here. This will be the plot for trees. The evil plot. And I was thinking about using a different kind of dirt, but given that we were not going to have grass growing here, I think the low fertility looks best because it's sort of desaturated. It's not so bright and obviously lush as the other dirt types. So we'll just do a bit of this here. You love how you can grow trees on sand? I'm actually kind of waiting for Tyron to patch that out because, like, I said in the last stream, I think that some trees should be able to grow on sand, and some shouldn't. Like, an oak tree on sand just should not grow. 100% it should not grow. But like acacia, or other trees that like sandy soil, maybe like pines, those might be a good candidate for sandy soil growth. And something we could do with these is, probably once we get some more ebony, because we are getting really low on ebony, is we could take some ebony planks and build up like a little planter box, just a little, like a border around it, so that it looks like we have something hammered into the ground to hold the dirt back, or hold the dirt in, hold the sand back. Let's go get us some more dirt. I think we're actually getting low on this stuff. I've never been low on dirt in this game before. I think someone's going to point out that I was low on dirt once in the chat. We're more likely going to comment. Oh wow, we're actually out of low fertility soil. We need to go ransack someplace. Tell you what, let's go ransack like the top of this hill. And while we're over here, we'll stop and grab the resin that's over here. And in the meantime, we'll put our paths away. We'll put our acacia away, because we're not going to use that today. Yeah, we're a little lower than I'd like for doing the retaining border. So we'll hold off on that for the time being. Oh, put this stuff too. Put the sand away. The gravel away. Things that we don't need. Am I ready to go and do the tree taps? Maybe we do. Maybe we do some tree taps. Although we don't have any copper ingots. We have 1 copper ingot right now. So, tell you what, we'll start some copper, I think, when we get back. Just thinking about the timing for that. Yeah, we'll do that. Munch, munch, munch. And I thought I had... Oh, I do. It's there. I'm just blind. Streamer blindness. Where's the thing that's in my hand? And our shovel is satisfactory. Yeah. Let's go get us some dirt. Some doit. And given that we're traversing the same areas again, we can see things we missed as always. Sandstone. I'll get some flowers over here. We're getting kind of low on flowers. wouldn't mind finding some poppies, though. But I think they require a little more moisture. Well, everyone, that's about all the time we have for this episode of Vintage Story Desert Life. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, leave a like or comment to let me know how I'm doing. As always, my name is Chores. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.